Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play a song by Rascal Flatts called Rewind. And we're going to end up cabling this on first fret to match the recording. We're going to start out on an E minor chord, and we play E minor. First finger goes to the A string on the second fret, second finger on the D string on the second fret, and if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord, and it sounds really sad. Now, you may also want to think about adding in the third finger on the B string third, pinky on the high E string third, making that an E minor 7 chord. And then from the E minor, we're going to be going to a B minor chord, kind of for that intro in our verse, the way you play B minor. Normally you do this as a second fret bar, a second finger on the B string third fret, third finger on the D string on the fourth fret, and the pinky on the G string fourth fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a B minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. Now you may also want to think about using a different voicing for B minor, where you do first finger on the A string second, second finger on the G string second, third finger on the B string third, and the pinky on the high E string third, and kind of strumming the A string and the high E string, kind of get you that B minor sound too. And then from the B minor, we'll be going to an A major chord. We play A major. First finger goes to the D string on the second fret, second finger on the G string second fret, third finger on the B string second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now on the A, you may also want to think about using something called an A7 sus, where you do the first finger on the D second, second finger on the G string second, third finger on the B string third, and the pinky on the high E string third. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds an A7 sus, and it sounds really, really kind of slightly unresolved. But there's this cool little lick around the A where you can kind of leave off the first finger and then kind of do a hammer on in the second fret, and then we play that note again, and then we do another open to second, hammer on the D, another D string second, and then we kind of take the second fret on the D, and then do a hammer on the fourth fret on the D, and then a pull off back to second, and then back to open. So it's kind of this hammer on, pull off lick at the end. It's kind of that cool little lick around the A. So you kind of got that E minor, B minor, A, strum patterns you may want to think about through the song, though, especially to kind of work out your voice. One of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, down, up. So you took the E minor and just tried that a lot. You down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So one way to kind of approach the verse is to do a down, down on the E minor with the up, down, up, and then save that down, down, up, down for your A chord. So that E minor down, down, E minor up, down, up, A, B minor, A. Or another strum pattern I would think about using through the song is something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what can feel really cool is a down, up, down, up, down, up, 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you take the E minor and do it down right now, our down, down, up is kind of dividing our beat or our foot tap into two parts. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. So I was thinking a down, up, down, down really matches the feel of the tune. So what I mean by that is if you take the E minor and do it down for 1, and then an up on 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, down. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. And then on the second beat, you'd be doing an up on 2, down on 3. So you'd be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the third beat, you do an up on 2, up on 4. So you'd go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, 1, up. And then the last beat, you go down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So all together, you got down, that pattern with the E minor, B minor, kind of the down, up on the E minor, B minor with the down, up, down, up, and then you can do that whole pattern on that last A. So that might be kind of a cool way to do it too. E minor, up, B minor, up, down, down, play around with that too. And then from from there, then we go into kind of our verse part, which is that same progression of the E minor, B minor, A. And then we'll basically be repeating that until we get to our chorus part. And on our chorus, we go to a G major chord. When we play G major, first finger goes to the A string on the 2nd fret, second finger on the low E string on the 3rd fret, and third finger on the high E on the 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now you may also want to think about putting the 3rd finger on the B string 3rd fret, pinky on the high E string 3rd fret, and if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord too. So you may want to kind of think about that for your G. And we're basically halving our G major to a D major and then an A major. There's some cool little punches through this part too. But if you're doing the down, down, up, down, up, you could have G with the down, down, B on the up, down, up, A. G down, 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 the up, down, up, A, down, 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 and then G down, the up, down, up, A. G down, down, the up, down, A, down, 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 down. And then you might want to kill the strings. And then we'll basically be mixing those parts up through the song. Now the weird part is to play along with the recording, instead of starting on an E minor, Rascal's actually starting on an F minor chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on 1st fret, then now your E minor is really an F minor, your B minor is really a C minor chord, and the A is really a B flat major chord, and your G is really an A flat major chord. But we could take it from the very, very beginning, and you could kind of work just that down idea, which can be kind of cool to kind of work it, and that might make it a little bit easier to kind of get that lick around it too. You can kind of, so you may want to kind of play around with that as kind of a down idea. Or if you're digging on the down, down, up, down, up, you could have E minor down, down, here on the up, down, up, A, E minor down, down, here on the up, down, up, A. Or if you're digging on the 16th pattern, you'd have the E minor, up, E minor, from there, then we'll be going into our first verse. Now, something else that I think about adding to the song, though, is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, you could throw in a bass note for the chord. So on the E minor, you'd have low E for the bass. On the B minor, you'd have the A for the bass. And on the A, you'd have the A for the bass. And on the D, you'd have the D for the bass. And on the G, you'd have low E for the bass. So another way to kind of work that verse is to kind of do a bass on the E minor, and then the down, up, down, up on the B minor, A with an A bass. So we kind of dig on the bass, down, B minor, up, down, A with an A bass, B minor, low E bass, B minor, up, down, up, A, B minor, low E bass, B minor, A. Or if you're digging on the 16th, you could add basses to that and make it kind of a bass, up, bass. Tried that with basses. We could have the G with the bass, down, D on the up, down, A with an A bass, G with low E bass, A, G, D, A, G, D, A, down, kill it. And then from there, then we end up with kind of a little intro return. You might want to kind of bring back that lick from the beginning, actually, that intro return. And then from there, then we'd be going into our next verse. So we kept that going with our 16th pattern. We'd have the E minor, B minor, A, or you can take all these ideas and kind of mix them up, or if you know other licks around these chords too, you might want to kind of play around with those and kind of make it your own. And then there's this big build up on that second verse where you may want to do down. From there, then we'll be going into our second chorus. So we have our G, D, A, G, we do our G chord with kind of a down up and kill it, and then our D, and then our A, and another A, and then you'll kind of hear the second fret on the low E string kind of come in. It's kind of an F sharp note, which helps lead back to the G, and then our D, and then we go to our A with kind of a big build up on the keys at the end. You may just want to kind of go down through that part. And then from there, then we go into a little piece of our verse. So we're back to our E minor, B minor, and then kind of a stop time A. And then from there, then we go into a kind of another chorus. And there is this cool little push on the A through that part, actually, on that second A chord. You could do kind of the A with the down, up, up, down, and then kind of make a big push to B minor, and then an A. So that's kind of a cool little push on that second chorus. So we kept that going with our 16th. We have our G, D, end, we kind of come back in on kind of our intro idea. So we're going to kind of play around with that, bringing that back. But that's the basics of how you get strummed through Rewind by Rascal Flatts. So good luck!